Hi, I'm Anthony McGeaney. I'm head teacher at St Joseph's Catholic Academy in Norton. The Inclusive Classroom Pilot is something we really want to get involved with. If we aim learning for all learners, then we're going to benefit the whole class, and it's not just about looking at a specific group of children, it's how do we make sure that the whole neurodivergent class can make sure that we've got pinpoint their learning really. The smart board's been a win-win-win for us as a school because the children have just lapped it up every single moment that they know that the board's going to be in there. It's one thing that we always think about, how can we engage every child in that lesson, whatever their needs are, whatever we're trying to get out of them, it's been there and it's been that perpetual cycle of win-win-win for all of them.
Today we use the monster quiz. When I've put it on the screen, you can see their faces light up and they're so happy to see a different type of learning and a different way of, it's not just a quiz in front of them in a piece of paper where they have to tick a box, whether it's A or B. They can see the monster growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and they love it. They love being able to compete with their friends to see who can then get their monster to appear first, and usually at the end it's, can we do it again?
I've got a student with different needs, and commonly he refrains from getting involved with group work. In normal lessons, when we're not using technology, his engagement levels are quite low. However, when using technology, his engagement goes up exponentially. Those barriers that would normally be there are not there anymore for him.
Universal design for learning is something which we're putting at the centre of everything that we're trying to do, making sure that every child has their voice heard, that we can make sure that they're seen in everything that they're doing, and also understand how we get that engagement from the children as well. How we use that multimedia tool as well, of videos, of pictures, to get the engagement from the children and get them to want to do their learning and become motivated in their own learning.
As teachers, we're always assessing what the children know. Whether that's from the context of the lesson that you're teaching or from prior learning. What makes it different, what sets it apart, is that feedback is recorded, which has been massively beneficial for me as a teacher and for others too. Normally when we're asking children the questions within the lesson, we'll get the answer and then we'll move on. However, with the shout out function on Lumio, you've got that recorded. It's something that you can go back to, and it's something you can use as part of your assessment for the children in the lesson.
We've seen some fantastic engagement with the Tool Explorer. One example was in one of the classrooms where the children were learning about habitats. They had different animals on there, and the class were desperate to get up there and take part in the lesson to use those stampers to decide where those animals were going to go. And it's something which might have been done on a worksheet, but actually seeing the children at the front of the class wanting to take part, having multi-users at the front of there, it was a wonderful thing to see, and the engagement was definitely there and something they wanted to do more of.
The students enjoy how our learning journey has changed over the past few years, where tech is involved, and that is their world. That's everything they do now is involved around tech, and I think that is the side of it they love, is that tech is now part of their learning.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was great fun, yeah.
I think everything about Lumio is fun.
Yeah.
It's better than doing a normal lesson.
And
really
it's because it's competitive, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got that.
When you're in the team games,
Yeah,
it's just so
team
much
games
more
where you just-
competitive. You're like, I have to win this.
Yeah, you have to.
As part of our leadership team in school, one thing that we're constantly looking to do is how can we kind of look at teachers and their well-being and look at their workload. And one thing that we've noticed is teachers have saved a lot of time with these pre-prepared resources that are already on Lumio, as well as some of the quizzes using the AI part of it as well. And it gives them that chance to fall back in love with teaching. Why did we all get into teaching? It's to work with children. It's to make sure that we can give them the best possible outcomes. And that's one thing we've seen in abundances. And with another 12 screens coming, we think it's just going to go and spread exponentially.